Yeah, this goes out to every old head took the time to drop a jewel on me. You know what I mean? Little bits of wisdom. Yo, check it out. Listen. If pimpin' ain't easy, what the fuck is revolution? Rappers be spitting straight noise pollution. Here's a clean glass of wood, I show you how to eat the lid. What goes around comes, let me show you how to give. There's something that you hear when it honors at your ribs. In the street, you cup your jewels, thug through like baby bibs. I try to stay mindful, write something for the kids. Talking like I walk it, rap it how I live. I came up blue collar, strive to be a scholar, but I couldn't get the love, I only starve without the dollar. Depression and stress is enough to make you holler when the landlord's at your doorstep. The devil's on your collar. Since your life jewels. Can I drop a jewel? Can I drop a jewel? Can I drop a jewel? Yeah. Since your life jewels. Can I drop a jewel? Can I drop a jewel? Can I drop a jewel? Yeah. They call me a slacker, cause I won't sell crack for the cracker. I call women queens and I love the very blacker. Some chicks get it twisted, they'd rather be called bitches with their ass in the air like everybody's supposed to kiss it. It's a simple lesson, you get what you deserve. Is life a bitch or just a pimp with a perm? See mommy tricked out, made a little heartburn. Or something she'll forget when it's time to take her turn. When will the children learn this was better to earn? But when my niggas put in work, they like to make the metal burn. End up in the system, it's all systematic. Maturing candidates, waving automatics. A product of a project launched in the 80s. Chemical warfare meant to kill the crack babies. Now as the world turns, is it just a story? Cause keeping it real got my sons in purgatory. Since your life jewels, can I drop a jewel? Can I drop a jewel? Can I drop a jewel? Yeah. Since your life jewels, can I drop a jewel? Can I drop a jewel? Can I drop a jewel? Yeah. In between heaven and Hades, like earthquakes in Haiti, the fat lady clears her throat and then plays harp for the baby. They say I'm such a mystic, lyrics are mythic, but I make it so plain with details and specifics. I'm just gifted like that. I'm young and I'm black, so represent the game. I represent the fact that God helps those who help themselves. So when God helps you, He's really helping Himself. Make every day have purpose. It's the science of life. Every breath's another role. It's a science to die. Give me the moment. Learn from your mistakes. Try to learn from others. You get one roll at life, you won't get another. You have to learn the tricks. Cause some niggas be on the gab. Want some funny business, but that shit will make you laugh. I thought he had the bread, wasn't wonder not the weed. I'm wondering how it's coming back, cause my connect ain't getting paid. Since your life jewels, can I drop a jewel? Can I drop a jewel? Can I drop a jewel? Yeah. Since your life jewels, can I drop a jewel? Can I drop a jewel? Can I drop a jewel? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that is Jewelry by your man Hakim Green. Produced by Ron Amin Ra Lawrence, the legendary from the Hitmen production team. Big shout out to the Hitmen. Speaking of Hitmen, Yankees was short on Hitmen last week. Gentlemen sweep, you know, they made it respectable. 5 games. But congratulations to the LA Dodgers.
Yeah.
Spank that ass. Spank that ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That series turned on a couple of at bats, unfortunately, and
$660 million, and they couldn't get it done.
they had one of the worst innings in baseball in the World Series. I mean,
yeah, they did. Make you think that they all went to Vegas after, huh, to collect.
I guess.
Big shout out to Christopher Benning. Thank you for checking in with the IZM Sports Show, episode 166. My bad, guys. I'm going to interrupt. I like to give the audience shout outs. Keep them engaged. Let them know we acknowledge them and we appreciate their support.
Absolutely appreciate the support.
No doubt.
While we're there, let's give a shout out to our Instagram live family, IG. Robert Swinney Jr. is over there. Sage Zone North. Big shout out. Hip hop fan forever. You already know what it is. Lyle is in the building. Big shout out to you. Protege, New York. Brian, what up, my brother? Yeah. So you want to shout out our Instagram family, folks checking in with us. And yeah, you know. What up, brother?
What up, Coach E?
What's up,
Hey,
Coach?
good
So,
brothers, good Cowboy fans. How
hey,
y'all doing?
chill. What up, Valerie? I see you. So listen, before we get back into this baseball conversation, I just want to make sure everybody did their civic duty.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, I voted last week.
I
I did
voted.
too.
I voted last week too.
Yeah, get it out the way, live and direct. Put it in the mailbox. Put it in the box yourself. You know, you can't really depend on USPS after the Trump debacle. You know, they be anyway.
Well,
So yeah,
and you know it's gonna be some controversy down your parts, Florida.
What
yeah,
about
Always something
my
with Florida.
parts? What about my parts?
Oh,
yeah,
definitely your parts
yeah,
too,
Texas.
Texas. Yep.
Well, you know, Florida, Texas, and well, actually, excuse me, Cliff, you're in a key state.
North Carolina.
Yeah,
Oh
that's it.
yeah.
You're the key
Yeah.
state. Like, Florida,
Yeah.
Texas, and Jersey. We don't mean nothing. We already know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, we already know what time it is.
Yeah,
Sure
exactly.
do.
Actually, we kind of on pins and needles because we think Ted the Weasel Cruz could be taken out by this guy named Colin Allred, which
Hey, that'd be great.
which
That'd
we
be
would
great.
love. We would
Yes.
love for that to happen.
Yes, I follow him. Colin Allred is good people's. I
Yeah,
like him.
he is.
Texas, standing up for all the right things.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So all right, this is not a political show, so we're gonna pivot. Yankees first, Coach. I know you jumped in dissing the Cowboys, but we're gonna start off with the World Series. That was a gentleman's sweep. Once again, big shout out to the LA Dodgers for handling their business.
Yeah.
But it was said right before you hopped on that probably some of those Yankee players was hanging out in Vegas right after the World Series was over. What you think, Coach?
I'm sure they was hanging out, and I'm sure Shahani had a great time in New York City. Sure, he had a wonderful time. I mean, and overall, I think the Dodgers were happy to be in New York to win it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well,
It was. It was definitely. They were happy to win it there. Um. I'm. Y'all know I'm a Yankee fan. I know Cliff is a Yankee fan, but I just gotta say it. Yankees are front runners, man. Judge is a front runner, and until he proved me different, he got to prove me different. He likes stats, and he likes the stat nines and stuff like that. But dude, you got to do it in the postseason. He had a horrible postseason. Period.
Horrible.
Period.
Horrible.
There's no escaping it, and so that right there is big in New York. We don't care about what you do during the regular season. It's what you do in the postseason.
Yeah.
Hey, but he had a great Ralph Lauren advertising campaign during the postseason. So hey,
Yeah, they said what they say? Oh man, they said something. They had a post about the drop. Oh man, it was so horrible. Cause that was just a bad drop. I mean, how do you drop that fly ball?
Yeah.
yep,
And
yep.
that avalanche caused everything. I mean, and it's just like you can attribute. I mean, they were up 5-0, cruising.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
changed everything. It lost the series, and it's not like he came up clutch later on, and he had his chances.
Oh, he
Just
got his
did.
little double. He started clapping like, "Come on, let's go!" Like we waiting for you to get a double for like 3 weeks. Give me a break. Come on, man. But nah, the real talk Dodgers were better,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just
They were the best team all season.
yeah,
yeah, let's just keep
absolutely.
it real. They were the better team. So
Yeah, but if you look at that series, and you look at particularly how we lost it, you look at Cole's 2 starts. I mean, game 1 and that game 5 should have been easy victories. Not easy victories, but easy victories. I mean,
well,
I'm
they should
talking
have won
about,
both of those games. Period.
yeah. I
There's no
mean,
question
so
about it.
you're right there in that series. So, I mean, yeah, they may be better, but and the Yankees, if for not, a couple of plays, literally, right there.
Yeah.
They had two of the biggest. You figured a grand slam, which was a idiotic move by the manager. He should have been fired
That
after game
was,
one.
yeah. And
Um,
you knew Boone was gonna make a terrible call at some point. And
yeah,
he just happened to make it in game 1, and it cost
yeah.
us
grand slam, and then Cole, they want to say, oh well, he came back out in the sixth and seventh inning. We never seen nothing like that before. What guts? I think he had a lot of energy because he didn't run to first base.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys are more baseball oriented than I am. Is that the largest collapse or comeback in a World Series game?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
5 runs, particularly to close out a series, but I think in the World Series, I think that is.
Somebody's on echo.
It might be me. Say something, y'all.
Something. Oh,
Something.
there. There you go.
Something.
It's going. Yeah. So
How about
yeah,
now?
there it is. It's back.
It's me.
Yeah, it's hot. Whenever he's not mute, I guess.
I
Okay.
could tell you, last week I was in a city that uh uh that I'm kind of starting to believe in. I was at lunch and I look up at the billboard in their downtown area, and they was writing a story about their team and how they expect to do big things this year. I was in Detroit last Tuesday, and they serious about them Lions, man.
They for real.
And they should be.
They
They
should
They,
should
be.
be.
Yeah,
they for real.
they got that cheese grater fan that was hot. That prop was hot. I got to give him credit. My man wore a metal cheese grater on top of his head in Lambeau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they look really good,
They
man.
look good,
Did
man.
they just pick up somebody in the trade?
Yes, they
Yeah.
did because they needed a defensive end and they picked up somebody.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Can somebody look that up for us so we can stay informed? I saw quickly today that they picked up a major piece that would be real beneficial for them in the long
Yeah,
run.
I'll give you. I'll see if I can find it.
Ladarius something or other. I can't remember his name, but he's definitely a good piece. But everything is falling their way. I mean, you got Love getting hurt, and you got that collapse in Chicago, which they didn't get over, and that really cost them the season. I mean, it's going to be hard to say that, but how tight it is in the NFC, that loss turned into 2 losses. Chicago may be done too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean you had to think that Chicago would at some point it would even out, because they were playing really well early on. But after a little more scouting and everybody gets to see Caleb Williams, that stuff starts to take effect. You get more film on him. You know how to play against him better. So I expected that. Green Bay, I don't know what's going on with them. You know,
Well, Love's not completely healthy.
yeah,
He,
the
he,
injuries, yeah,
his
injuries.
his groin is a little bit tweaking, but they're good.
Yeah,
yeah,
he looks like he doesn't have the strength to even throw the ball the way he was throwing it before. You know, he's throwing a little flat, and that could be the injuries. Don't have his legs under him.
What up,
mm-hmm.
Kai?
What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Kai?
What up, Kai?
What's up?
What's up, Kai?
Peace, brothers. Peace.
Also, you talking about Caleb Williams still. You're in the big boy league, and what you're able to do in college, is probably a lot easier lift than these long, drawn out seasons with the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, guys just they watching film. They studying you, and those hits are a little different in the NFL.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but what we're seeing is I think his maturation, but none of these losses are attributed to him. He
No,
played.
no, they're not.
He definitely should. They definitely obviously should have won against Washington 2 weeks ago. But this past week he played decent, and for a rookie quarterback, I think he's holding up his end of the bargain.
Yeah, I mean he's solid. I think the expectation early on because he was really playing well would be he would continue. I think he's just having a good rookie campaign. It's
Yeah,
not great. It's not horrible. It's just solid. The problem is Jaden Daniels is having a great rookie campaign.
yeah.
Yeah, and the running back from Atlanta.
Yeah, and hey, look, I saw who was it? The kid May from the Patriots.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's starting to get it together too. And the Patriots are really bad, but he's starting to play well for them.
What's the running back from Atlanta I'm thinking about?
I thought you were talking about Bijan Robinson.
Bijan
Bijan,
Robinson.
yeah, Bijan Robinson.
Bijan Robinson's looking quite thorough. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's between Jaden and Bijan.
No, Bijan's not a rookie.
So,
The second year.
sophomore.
He's not
Yeah.
a rookie.
Yeah.
Nah,
He's
this
the
is
second year.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn, I sound crazy. But,
Second year.
Nonetheless, he's having a hell of a second year.
Yeah, no sophomore jinx.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
I think Atlanta they're surprising me, really. I didn't think
They're legit. I think they're legit. They won. What was that? Their fourth or their fifth in a row.
Mm-hmm.
They swept the Bucks, and the Bucks is their, the biggest competition in the division. So they
And the
pretty
Bucks
much
are not
gonna,
shabby either. So
yeah, they're gonna run away with that division. I mean, because Carolina is trash and Saints trash. So yeah, Atlanta's legit. I mean, listen. That was the one win in the next 4 games I was hoping the Cowboys got, and they ain't get it.
Ain't happening.
We might not win another game, brothers.
Well,
Yeah,
no Dak.
I'm in that camp these days.
that could be justified by Cooper because that's all Jerry would do. So.
Oh wow.
They picked me up to play wide receiver. I don't even know who this kid Mingo is,
Mingo?
but I told him I was busy. I had a talk show to do tonight, so I couldn't play. That's we just getting anybody now.
He's a bust. He's a bust second rounder from last year that couldn't get any reps in New England. That's what he is.
Goodness,
He's trash.
I'm sitting there saying a second round pick, and he couldn't even get on the field. He got 15 catches in Carolina. And Jerry's like, yeah, I really like what we did. We got our eyes on somebody. He could be the only eyes in the room.
Yeah, Jerry needs to go somewhere.
Oh,
And when Jerry said he got his eyes on something, we gotta be careful.
forget about it.
Hey yo.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough sledding. I was glad my other team was on TV last night. I got a roof of Mahomes now to win like 5 rings.
Oh my goodness.
Just so he could keep winning.
Well, he got D-Hop, and that
is ridiculous.
Only gonna get better, and yeah, that is gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, somehow they gotta work Worthy into that to really get that top lifted off. But D-Hop, Mahomes, that's criminal.
It's not fair.
That's criminal.
It's going to be better. You're going to see Worthy play a lot better now because D-Hop, Worthy and even Rice was trying to play the middle, but D-Hop is that big physical middle person that can still get deep. And now you're going to see those safeties creeping up to kind of key on D-Hop, and now you're going to see Worthy get more one-on-one. And then you also got Travis Kelce that can play in the middle. So you got that going. And then now when you get Pacheco back, you can use Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. And then the other kid, Watson, is not bad. He just can't hold on to all the balls that he get. Kadeem Hardison is nice. I mean, they just got a lot of weapons, man.
The other tight end.
The other tight end, Hendershot.
I said it early in the year, and it may be undefeated season. We watch it, and the one thing he's gonna want to do is win it all, unlike Brady, and that'll be the one thing that he'll have over Brady ultimately. They go undefeated, they get his chip. I mean, come on now, and that'll be 4.
They have not played a complete game yet this season.
No,
they 8-0. They've looked vulnerable at least 4 to 5 games that they played this year, and they 8-0. They've had injuries, and they 8-0. So their defense has caught up to their offense, and they got the best player in football playing quarterback. Period.
And the best coach.
Who just got a new toy.
And the best coach. Like, real talk. he the only one of the old dudes that has evolved and he keeps his mind fresh enough that he can't get out coached by some of these young cats that's coming into the league. Andy Reid has always been innovative, and he just finally got the quarterback that makes him look like a mad scientist.
It's
But
so true.
Kai, you want to say something? You want to add on?
I was just gonna say that's so true. He beat Sirianni, he beat Shanahan, he's beating all these young guys.
Yeah.
Now they 8-0, and y'all all know Pat Mahomes is my favorite player in the NFL right now. Y'all know that. Y'all know I'm team Pat Mahomes. I'm
I know
team
you are. My
Andy
homeboy.
Reid. I support Andy Reid, no doubt. I'm not a Kansas City Chiefs fan per se, but you
Yeah.
can't be mad at the organization and how they've committed to winning over the last how many years they've been doing it, right? Well, come on, y'all. How come every time it's do or die, last seconds, last play, they score a touchdown, they get the first down. There's always an offside not called or 3 or 4 holding calls. It's not called. Obvious calls, too, that just don't seem to be. Now, last night, overtime, that last play, there was an offsides. Wasn't called.
No, it was a false start.
A false start.
False
Excuse me.
start.
False
Yep.
start. Yeah.
Thank you for the correction. Not offsides. False start.
Yep.
Kind of obvious. This is not like once or like continuously big games. Always they get help from the refs. What y'all think about that?
Spoils of the rich.
Man,
Exactly.
I feel the same way. Like, they're good. They earn that respect. Like the same reason why a team like Dallas gets defensive holding in the fourth quarter in the last drive, because that's who they earn. That's what they've earned. No one ever calls defensive holding anywhere. I mean, defensive holding on a defensive lineman. That's what I'm talking about. Like that call. We earn those type of calls. So Kansas City, they get what they deserve, man.
Yeah, no,
They
I'm
do it the right
all
way.
for Kansas City getting the no calls, the missed calls, and everything because they earned it. They're the best
Yeah,
team. They got the
I
best
say they
player, the
earned
best
it.
team. We see this in all sports, and
Yep.
you got to earn that.
Yeah.
I look when I'm coaching, there's certain refs I know I'm gonna get the call from them. It's other times I may not, but you know that you earn that respect. Coach Hurley always got the call. We knew that, so
Yeah.
that's what's earned. But it is really blatant when you're really watching it on TV, and the commentators are saying, "Hey, they just missed that call."
Yep.
Well, I think everybody's trying to tap down that those conspiracy theories and all that other stuff that's going on with them. But we all agree they earned it. They are the gold standard, the platinum standard, I should say.
Yeah.
They are.
It's amazing to see Kareem Hunt just flourish, man, in his offense and kind of pick up, I guess, where he left off, because it could easily have gone the other way. How many times have we seen guys come off the street and just do horrible? I mean, I don't even know what Dalvin Cook is doing right now.
No.
Who?
Did
Dalvin?
y'all-
Who? He cooked. Dalvin cooked.
Dalvin Cook.
I mean, maybe Dalvin can do the same thing for the Cowboys. They got to give him a chance.
The Cowboys, they've got such a list of issues that go beyond just Dalvin Cook. I don't think Dorsett and Emmett could run behind that line. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
You know, so the line is in disarray, and the coaching is in disarray too. So, yep.
Yeah, they should have spent money on that line.
Did y'all see that one play? Mahomes, he was running to the right, and he switched to his left hand to throw
So
the
he
ball.
wouldn't get sacked.
Yes,
So he wouldn't
I
get
was like,
sacked
yo,
and
this
he
dude,
threw it out of bounds, so he wouldn't get the intentional grounding. Yeah. It was
this dude is different.
he really, I mean, you just as it was going, it was like effortless. It was like he's a playmaker, yo. He literally he can do it all.
He's
behind the back.
He's absolutely studied, because they have the wherewithal in all these different situations he finds himself in. To be able to execute, it means he's been practicing. He's run those situations over and over and over again in practice, game situation, outside of practice, simulations, films. Like he's the top dog, and deservedly so.
You
Yeah,
know, he's definitely special, man. And I'm just
they have it all, and I'm definitely interested to see how this all plays out. But we do have some teams gaining some momentum, AFC and NFC, because Detroit is for real, but I think Buffalo's for real too. We know Baltimore's for real, so Kansas City's going to be tested. They're going to have to earn this one too.
It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I think the NFC isn't as strong as we kind of thought it was gonna be back in August, but yeah, it's still the middle of the season, so it's not gonna be easy, especially when it starts getting a little cooler.
Yeah, that's when we'll see everything shake out.
Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, West is back. Put West back there you go.
Yeah, I had my little person was telling me that, everybody in her school is they 13 and 12 years old talk about Trump, 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 and they told her to raise her hand and be voting for Trump, and she had her hand down. Everybody was looking at her like she crazy. Like, I
Good
told
for
her,
her.
I told her before she went to school, this is how it was gonna be. So,
Wait,
so
Wes, you're in Houston,
So
right? Or in
yeah, I'm in Houston.
the,
Yeah,
the,
okay.
the teacher did that.
no, the students. So the other day, she had a
Okay.
classmate come to the house. And then we dropped her off late on that evening, and we pull up and they got the Cizine up in the front of the crib. And I looked at my daughter. I said, "What you got me doing? Where you got me going?" Oh,
Hey man, Wes, I'm in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and it might as well be the same thing
oh
out
wow.
here, brother. Yeah, these.
The signs for me are a sign of intimidation, and the hats and all that other stuff is like that's the insecurity of it all. Like they want to force it down your throat. Like look what I'm doing. And so here, you get out here, especially like you play on these golf courses, man, who puts signs in their backyard? You know what I'm saying? Like, they put them in their backyard so people that's walking the course can see exactly what it is. I make sure I shake a ball that time. Like
Driving down the highway yesterday. We drove down the highway yesterday, and this is yesterday. Jokers had a whole bridge. Trump, 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 Trump. Trump for America, Trump for America. Make America great again, all y'all. The whole bridge. In the center, Trump won.
WON?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
They
man.
they got they got like a couple of flags out here. They got the one where they say he won in 2020 winner. Then they got another one. They got him in the middle of the American flag, like he's like his whole face is in it. Like it's crazy. Like it's crazy. So you just gotta keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah. I don't mean
Yeah.
to make light of who he is and what he is as far as, the seriousness, but I mean, they're going to teach class from a marketing and branding perspective. They're going to teach classes on the way this guy has been able to do this because it's like, it's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
I think a big part of it, to keep it sports, is his promotion, his character in the WWE wrestling.
dude, you talking my language. I watched that Vince McMahon Netflix special, and
Yeah.
I watched it from the '80s all the way up until the Attitude Era, as they called it. I said, this is his presidency. This is what he did. Hawk, I'm on it with you, man. That's real.
Yeah. And I didn't see the Vince McMahon documentary. But what WWF, WWE, all those different wrestling leagues, what they've tapped into over the years, building this fandom based on, we all know it's not reality, but these people embrace the storylines and the caricatures as if it was reality. Like they're all bought in their minds. it's real, right? I don't know how many of us followed wrestling when we were in junior high school. I know I did.
Yeah.
Elementary
Jimmy
Yeah.
school.
Clark Snooker, Andre the Giant, all those cats.
Yep.
So there was a point in time in my development, I thought wrestling was real. Like I
Right.
bought into it. Right? The average American reads on the 4th grade level. That
Yep.
means people's level of understanding, how they perceive things, more than we think, they take unreality as if it's reality.
Yep.
And he's been able to tap into that, especially with The Apprentice, and take that whole market right with him. And that's what it is. It's marketing. It's at that point, it's not even quote unquote politics. It's a propaganda campaign, and yeah, man, not to get off on a tangent, but let's do it, I don't even want to say it like that. Let me not say it like that. It's like
Did you guys get to see
this Apple. Oh man, it's just damn. It's something else right now, family.
yeah.
It's something else right now.
Did you guys get to read there's an article, and I'm gonna try to see if I can pull it off Facebook. I went to school with a brother at Rutgers who was on The Apprentice, and he won it. And he had a gag order. He couldn't really talk about much, for all these years, and they just got it lifted. And he wrote an article about what really went down and how him and a lot of the other contestants that have gotten in touch with each other and have said they could never support this man and why. So it's pretty it just kind of stark. It just tells you exactly stuff that we already know. So even some of the propaganda about his marketing skills, he's just like he's just a slime man. He's a slime bucket, man. Like it's just unfortunate that a black man becoming president just really allowed the country to go to the depths of hell to try to replace, just to say, you know what, we're going to fix this. We're going to show you people. And because they understood how close we were to really leveling the playing field. And this is why it's so important for us to go back to what they want to see. And this is the person that can do it.
Yeah. I know we say the Obama situation, kind of stirred the pot. And I understand that and I get that. However, I think with Trump, it's like they've been working on him since the 80s.
Yes.
His whole thing, his whole movement.
Yeah.
Like he's a fake businessman, actually.
Yes.
He's a fake, and he just keeps going back. And every time he goes back to the well, he gets another hit, and he fucks that up. From casinos to real estate properties to everything this guy has put his name on at the end of the day has failed in the long run. He gets to move on because it's like he's got a empty chest. He can just go get more money whenever he wants to get it. And they built him up to be this thing, and all these fucking, these jokers believe the hype. Nigga's a horrible businessman. He's a fucking, what do you call it? Snake oil salesman.
Snake oil salesman.
Like he's the dastardly. It's like Midwesterners and Southerners don't like Northeast city slickers.
Right.
They hate fucking city slickers. Who's the biggest city slicker? Who's bigger than Donald Trump?
That's right.
He's the biggest city slicker.
Yeah.
And he got these niggas.
Yeah. He came with the ugliest vacuum cleaner possible and had all these parts on the vacuum cleaner, and every housewife in America let him in the house.
The potato peeler.
The potato peeler, he had all of that.
There's a quote rolling around that LBJ supposedly said, Democrats would be in power for 200 years, right? I've never seen that quote validated. What LBJ did say, though, is that if you could convince the lowest white man that he's better than the black man, he'll empty his pockets out for you. And that's what's happened. Like, he's convinced white people, especially Midwestern, Southern white people, he gives two shits about them. He don't.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
that's the bulk of the country, unfortunately.
That's the
Yeah.
bulk. Well,
Yeah.
Middle America.
In the electoral college side of things, but in the popular vote side of things, he got smashed 3 times already.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a sports show. Man, Cowboys. Talked about them, right? You talked about the 49ers.
McCaffrey's supposed to be coming back.
All right, Coach, you're our 49er correspondent. Lost him.
Yeah, McCaffrey, they said, is practicing and may be coming back in the next 2 to 3 weeks. They're looking better and better.
Yeah.
I was hoping they were done.
Yeah, what's their record?
They're 4-4, but their whole division is 4-4. But
It's close.
Who's that? Who's that? I got cut off.
San Fran.
Yeah.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Seattle.
Yep. And who's the other one? Carolina's in a division, right?
No.
Who's in a division?
Rams.
Oh, the Rams.
Rams.
Right, Rams. Yeah. They all look. They all look good. I'm in a suicide pool, and for the last 5 weeks, there's been 3 people left. So I was sitting here yesterday, like I picked Kansas City yesterday. Usually, I don't like picking the big boys, but I just didn't feel comfortable with nobody, and I thought I was done.
You sweat that thing out.
I had to stay up and watch the whole game. I ain't watched the whole football game in a long time.
You sweat that thing out till 11:30.
10:30, but yeah, hour
Oh,
behind.
10:30, yeah.
But absolutely, yeah. But that division is going to be up for grabs. I really think that the Rams, the Rams and Arizona are building something. Seattle is kind of in like they are who they are. They're gonna win some, lose some, and then San Francisco is just. I just think they're hurt this year. I don't think that they're bad. I just don't feel like they're as good as because of the injuries.
Right.
Yeah. So, but it's gonna be the NFC really is really wide open. When you really think about it, I mean, Detroit is looking like the best team in the conference, but anybody that got a running back that can do a backspin and then jump over somebody backwards.
Oh my God! Nike made that into an ad.
That was sick.
Oh, bro! All right, so is that the most electrifying play we've ever seen?
That's the best running back play since Barry Sanders.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Is it better than anything Barry Sanders has? Because that might be like.
Well, that's one of those plays that
he juked one dude, spun on another dude,
and then leaped over another one.
Jumped backwards.
Yeah.
He jumped. See, that's the thing. At what point in your mind do you say jump backwards?
When you
it would have to be the best for me. When you break it down like that, like. Yeah.
When you feeling it, you feeling how that you have to maneuver that hole, I guess. But
then he carried 2 jokers another 4 yards.
Yeah, strength, finesse, athleticism, all of that in one.
It was all on display.
3 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah. How fast was 2 seconds? Like your brain processing information.
Yeah.
Juke this dude, spin off this dude. Jump backwards. Land forward.
That's the crazy part. Land forward.
Landing forward is the crazy part for real.
And get positive yards. Yeah.
He got positive yards.
Yeah.
That might be the greatest NFL play ever, yo. I'm sorry.
Hey,
And you
hey,
know what?
Kai, as a Giants fan, when you
I knew
saw
that was
that,
coming.
how did you feel?
I, all right. I'm glad you asked that because I can tell you exactly how I felt. I saw Joe Shane's face, like his smug face on Hard Knocks, sitting behind the desk, basically saying like, "Go see if you can find a deal and then bring it back, and don't forget about us. Bring back another deal." Like so smug and so like, I know nobody's gonna pick you up. And I just saw his face in that moment. I was like, "Oh my God, we got to get we can't get rid of him. We can't get rid of the general manager because then we just start everything all over and we just there's no progress. Unfortunately, we have to keep him at least for another year, but it's gonna be hard. It's like another Joe Gettleman as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
But
that's
worse because he's
accurate.
younger and more arrogant for no reason. He hasn't won
Yep.
anything.
I, I
By
think
far one of the greatest, if not the greatest, runs ever.
All right,
yeah,
let's
Yeah.
throw it just not a touchdown. Just
Right, right.
yeah.
not a touchdown. Because, if it was a touchdown, he did. What other plays are out there in NFL history that just become legendary?
I mean, Garrett Wilson also had a great one on Thursday, though. I know
Absolutely,
Oh
we can't
yeah, yeah.
forget
absolutely.
about
The
that
one
one.
hand catch. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that Jordan
Let me
logo.
ask you this question, fellas, because it's a curious question I had with somebody called me and talking about Garrett Wilson, and then talking about just the wide receiver play in the NFL now versus Jerry Rice's time, right?
Mhm.
And I, he was saying that, like, is it better, right? Are the wide receivers better, or what? Like, because Garrett Wilson, and then you also had the dude from Philadelphia, Devontae Smith. That catch was sick. With
Yeah,
the,
that was
we were
pretty
Yeah,
talking
good.
about the
yeah.
the toe the toe tap and stuff like that. Just their ability to stay in bounds so what is it? Are they better now
They're
or
better.
what?
They're better. They
Um,
are more skilled. They have better hands. They're. I mean, the one handed catch is something these guys can do seamlessly now, which is crazy. But yeah, I think their catch
I,
radius is sick. They're more athletic, obviously, but yeah, they're just better.
Yeah, somebody else is echoing too. Just to let you guys know.
Wow. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Cliff. I mean, I do think some of it has to do with the fact that the game is more geared towards passing now to a degree, whereas passing sets up the run versus run setting up the pass now. But I think skill set wise, these dudes they're incredible.
Yeah, but
I just don't think anybody, and I'll never say it. Well, I can't say that because I didn't think I would say it about Montana. No one's better than Jerry Rice. So,
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody better than Jerry Rice either. But
but overall,
yeah,
yes, the receivers are better. They're just more athletic. The one hand catch, that stuff is now becoming the norm. Um, you know what's missing though? Actually, they're not great route runners.
true.
I don't think they're as technical as the older wide receivers were.
I give you that
but
because
I think it's to be expected though,
huh.
because just with time, you get a chance from a scientific point of view study the craft itself, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
So and you're
yeah,
building on people like Jerry Rice leaving a foundation, all the great receivers over time. When you see what they did,
Yeah.
mentally you can now build upon it and do other things and take it to the next level. So over the course of 30, 25 years, you see it's just different, in terms of what they're doing. The imagination is
Yeah,
taking over.
that's what it is. It's the imagination, and
right,
Imagination.
they
right.
practice these things. Like they want to go to the ball shoot and catch with one hand. They trying to.
Yeah.
That's what they practice doing. That's what they want to do.
Because you're absolutely right. I agree. Because until you saw Odell Beckham Jr. do that one-handed, backwards catch, fall into the end zone, it was unfathomable. But now Garrett Wilson is like, oh, I can do that. I mean, you have to practice it, obviously,
Yeah,
but
you
he's
have
like,
to
I can do
practice.
that.
But to coach's point, like as an old school Cowboy fan, I was one of the most arrogant people in the sports bar when it was third down and whatever. I was saying press the B button on the Nintendo joystick because Michael Irvin was catching the rock, and he did.
Right, right.
It
And
was
because
the
they just ran perfect routes, you
B
know.
button. Just press
Yep,
B button. It was gonna
yep,
happen,
yep.
and because of the route running was his route running was impeccable. You know,
And
so
these corners and DBs are a lot better too now.
Unfortunately, the more athletic something becomes,
yep.
the less technical it becomes. People start trying
Well,
to
the
bend the
less
rule.
committed they become too, focus wise.
You're trying to bend the rule. Like
Yeah,
instead of
yeah.
staying on point, you start doing other things trying to cheat, and you can't cheat.
You cheat the system.
You can't cheat the system.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And if you're athletic, sometimes you can cheat the system.
Yeah, yeah.
I use Pat Mahomes from the quarterback spot. Like he
Yeah.
does a lot of things that he should not be doing,
Yeah.
but he gets away with it because he's so athletically inclined.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all think he popped his Achilles last night? Because I thought he did.
He said it was his ankle.
Yeah, the way he went down, I thought so at first.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I thought I thought this was an Achilles, but when he started walking on his own, I was like, okay, it's not an Achilles. But yeah, I thought he did. Yep. But no, these guys are incredible. So it's just kind of good to see the development.
JTXP on Instagram said they got better stickum gloves.
I mean, them gloves are sticky, man.
Yeah.
That's
That's true.
I like it.
Cheating the system.
I like it.
They help, that's for sure.
Amen.
I don't mean I don't want to jump ahead. I know, but I know we got to go back to the picks and stuff. But Cliff, was it you were you the lone wolf that picked the Jets last week?
Ooh.
Well, I definitely picked the Jets.
You got that.
Yeah.
I was waiting all day to say that. You got that because
Yeah.
wow. Not only did they win, but they won.
Yeah.
They got it in.
Let's run down that list from last week. That's something that we haven't done this year, and I think we should do it. I had the Texans, like you just said. Cliff had the Jets. Everybody else had the Texans. Saints, Panthers. I had the Saints. Coach had the Saints. Kywill had the Saints. Cliff, you had the Saints as well?
Yeah.
We had the Dolphins. Commanders in the G-Men.
I got that wrong.
Yeah, I picked the Commanders. Everybody else picked the G-Men. Dolphins and Bills. I had the Dolphins. Cliff had the Dolphins. Coach had the Bills. Kai had the Dolphins. Who won that game?
Bills.
The Bills.
I think we had a Bills
On a 61-yard field goal as time expired.
Yep.
Really?
What's his name? Bass?
Yeah.
Kicker?
Chargers and Browns. Everybody had the Browns except for Kai. He had the Chargers. Anybody know what happened in that game?
Chargers blew them out.
Chargers.
Yeah.
Wow. Pats and Titans. I had the Pats. Cliff had the Titans. Coach had the Pats. Kai had the Pats.
Titans.
Ooh, Cliff, good for you.
Cliff is on fire, man.
Cowboys and Falcons. I had the Falcons. Cliff had the Cowboys, of course. Everybody else had the Falcons. Raiders, Bengals. Raiders, Bengals, everybody. Who won that game?
Bengals blew them out.
Yeah. The Raiders lost and fired their OC afterwards.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Is Pierce on the hot seat?
Oh, yeah. He's done.
Oh yeah.
He'll finish out the season, but they don't have enough talent. They're barely competitive. They got Gardner Minshew. He's trash.
But the owner, what's his name? David, he said he wants Shador, so he doesn't mind losing.
Shador, word. You're not going to Dallas?
He said he had him in he was in Vegas for something, and he said, I think this might be a new home. He said, it may be.
That could be tampering.
Right?
You know what? Since we're there right fast, big shout out to Deion Sanders. Big shout out to the Buffaloes.
Who they beat this week?
No, didn't they have a bye this week?
Yeah, they had a bye. But they're bowl eligible now.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And actually, I think they're still in the race for a conference championship, too.
Yeah,
If
they
went
have a
out.
shot at going to the Rose Bowl.
Wow. That's good stuff.
Okay.
In 2 years.
I like it.
Yo, in 2 years,
They got
Freddie
a.
Greer.
Actually, I think their toughest game. Yeah, their toughest game for the rest of the way is this week. They are
Utah.
at Texas Tech.
At Texas, really? It's not Utah. They don't have Utah, right?
Well, they got Utah at the end of the year, but Utah has been trash this year. They're 4-4. But that Utah game is not until I think their last game.
All right, the Browns and the Ravens. Everybody picked the Ravens.
The Ravens won that one.
The Bears and the Cards. Everybody picked the Cards. Nope, excuse me. Everybody but Kai picked the Cards. He picked the Bears.
Ugh, blowout.
The Jags and the Eagles. I had the Eagles. Everybody had the Nope, Kai will have the Jags.
Jags could have won that game, man. Sirianni he was on some BS. Jags should have won that game, honestly.
Sirianni be looking for ways to lose.
Yo. They were a Trevor Lawrence interception away from losing that game.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Rams and the Seahawks.
That was a good game.
Rams won that game.
Rams won that in overtime.
Yep.
We all said the Seahawks.
Mm.
That was a close one, though.
We all had the Vikings.
I'm due for a lone wolf somewhere along the line.
Hold on one second. Come on, Pen. Hakim. Cliff. Wes. Coach. Kywill. All right, we got the Bengals at the Ravens.
Ravens.
Ravens, yeah, Ravens.
Straight across.
The Bengals need to win this game, though.
They do. And they got a good record against Lamar.
Yeah.
Got the Giants at the Panthers.
Giants.
They better win that game, man. Giants.
I'm going with the Panthers.
I'm going with the Panthers.
At least it's 9:30, so we can just get on with our day.
Yeah, we get all. Yeah, definitely.
I was in Germany.
Yeah.
Got the Patriots at the Bears. I'm gonna take the Bears.
I got the Bears.
Bears.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bears too.
I'm taking the Patriots. I'm a May fan now.
All right, Coach, hit it off.
Oh.
Yeah, 49ers at the Bucks. I'm going Buccaneers.
I'm going Buccaneers too. Playmaker Baker.
I got a Buccaneer.
They desperate, but I got the 49ers.
I got 49ers, and I believe my guy will be back.
Which guy is that?
CMC.
CMC.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's all right. At the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I like them.
Broncos at the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
9-0. Chiefs.
9-0.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs.
Bills at Colts. I got the Colts. No, Buck, I got the Bills.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We don't.
I got the Bills, but I wanted to ask you guys a question. Did he tap out that week?
He's not
Anthony
starting.
Richardson?
No, but he asked out the game, and now he's not starting, right?
They benched him, yeah.
I thought he asked out, and then they benched him.
He just went and sat down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he tapped out. Like, that's what I was trying to explain to somebody. I was like, you can't tap out an NFL game, dog.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Not the quarterback position. You can't. Nah, I mean, he went to the line, right, and tapped out.
Yeah, he got tackled. He came back to the line and said he wanted to come out the game, and it was like, once you do that, man, you lose all credibility in the huddle.
Yeah.
Well, he might be on the trading block because of that. Like,
Yeah.
It's hard to come back from that.
That's a bad look, man. That's why I couldn't fight for him on that one.
Yeah, no, the center came out publicly and made a statement, a very respectful but harsh statement. Like,
What he
nah,
Yeah,
said.
he basically just said everything we saying. That's just not something you do. We don't quit. You know, we all warriors. We all hurting. We all tired, but you stay in
yeah,
there.
yeah. So that I got the Bills. All that said, I got the Bills.
I got the Bills too.
I got the Bills too.
Everybody got the Bills.
Yep.
Yep.
Everybody.
Yep.
Steelers and Commanders. Ooh,
Oh,
Ooh,
that's a good one.
I got
I got
Steelers.
the Steelers. Yeah.
I got the Commanders on this one.
I got to go Steelers on that one too.
I'm going Steelers.
Everybody else Steelers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, at Commanders.
Yep,
At
Daniel's
Commanders. Yep.
hurt.
yep.
Oh, he's hurt.
No, nobody's
Still,
hurt.
No, he
Nobody's hurt.
played. He played.
Everybody's playing.
Steelers off a bye.
Vikings at Jags. I got the Vikings.
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 I got the Jags.
I got the Jags too. That's an upset of the week.
Yep,
Woo.
got the Jags.
You said the Vikings coach
Yes, Vikings.
and Sky.
I got the Vikings.
Falcons at Saints. Ooh.
Falcons.
Ooh,
Falcons.
I got the Falcons.
Saints are done.
Yeah, they're done. I got the Falcons too.
But
Those
you know,
fools had a parade after they beat the Cowboys. They didn't win a game since.
division. Division. It's at home. Falcons.
Nah. Falcons. Yeah.
I'm gonna start that game though. Let's see what happens. I got the Falcons. I'm gonna start that game. Eagles at my bad. Titans at Chargers. Got the Chargers.
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 Yeah.
I think that's gonna be my pick this week. The Chargers.
Jets at the Cards. Ooh.
Oh, I
Ooh,
like
that's
that
tough.
game.
Wow. I
Cardinals.
don't know.
I'm gonna go Jets.
I got the Cards.
I'm gonna go with the Cardinals.
I'm gonna go with the Cardinals too. Cardinals are home, West Coast trip. The Jets been reading too much of their own press clippings this week after that
Yep.
Thursday game. I think
Yep.
the Cardinals gonna smack them.
Wes, you got the Cards, right?
Yeah.
And Cliff and Coach got the other team, the Jets.
No, I got the Cards.
Oh, you
Cliff
got the
alone.
Cards.
Yeah,
Oh,
Cliff
so
the lone
long.
wolf.
Oh,
Let's see if he do it again.
Eagles at Cowboys.
Eagles.
Got the Eagles.
Ugh,
Eagles.
Eagles.
Cliff going with the Cowboys. Cowboys.
oh.
Wow.
Well, Cooper beat him last year or 2 years ago.
At
Whenever it was.
Cowboys at that, but nah, they not going.
No quarterback.
Cooper beat him. Cooper can beat him again.
It'll
Lions
be a
at
story if they do.
Lions at the Texans.
I'm going Texans.
Oh, the Lions are at the Texans.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I'm
believe the
I'm going
Texans
Texans.
can win it, but I'm going Lions because Texans just don't have the receivers right now.
I'm gonna go Texans because the Lions are coming off a couple of big wins, and I think they're gonna sleep on this game because the Texans don't have the receivers.
Huh?
Mhm.
Tank Dell, baby, tank.
I'm going with the Texans. West with the
I'm
Texans.
only going with the Lions. I agree with what you said, Wes. That is a convincing point. But I'm thinking Sunday Night Football, Dan Campbell, he goes crazy for these type of games. I think he'll have them ready. I'm gonna go Lions.
It's gonna be a good one, man. Dan Campbell and D'Amico Ryans, boy, they like that's like the black version of Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
And they guys play hard for both of them.
Sure do.
Yeah.
Coach, what you got?
I got the Lions.
And Cliff.
Texans.
I mean, it could go either way though.
Dolphins
honestly.
at Rams.
Oof.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
Rams need that win. I'm taking the Rams. They
No, the
need a good.
Dolphins
They
need that.
need a
They're
win.
Dolphins need
2-6.
that one too.
I
I'm
got
a,
Dolphins.
I'm going with the Dolphins.
I'm going with the Dolphins. I think Tyreek Hill needs a breakout game.
Yeah, I almost forgot he was in the league this year.
Yeah,
Exactly.
my fantasy sure could use a breakout game from Tyreek.
I'm going with the Dolphins.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yep. So, NBA.
Hey guys, I got to
Last man
step
back.
off, and all I'm going to say is the Lakers are still the Lakers. AD is
Last
still
man back.
AD. So
What happened with AD? He got hurt.
yeah,
Yeah.
He got
Glass
hurt.
is back.
yeah, he didn't make it to 10 games. He didn't make it to 10 games.
Oh man,
What was the injury?
what's the injury?
Things like ankle.
Oh,
Yeah, it's something simple. He'd be all right.
No,
Yeah.
that just means it's going to be recurring all season.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I did get excited yesterday. Y'all talk about the NBA, but college started last night, and I
Yes,
was
sir.
happy.
Yes, sir.
I was happy as
Oh,
all
yeah.
chicken slop.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Juju Watkins went in last night.
She sure did. Yeah,
U of
I
H
watched
played.
the
Go ahead.
noon women's game. That's how much I was, waiting for college basketball.
Well, U of H they beat Jackson State by 57 last night.
Damn.
Mo Williams was coaching Jackson State, and Kelvin Sampson put it on them something terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
57 is jeez.
Whew. But they rank number 4 in the country, so it's like that's a hot ticket now. So I don't mind. You don't mind going to those games.
Yeah, and hey, Jackson State. It was a pay game, so they probably made a good penny off of it. So
Yeah, they did. They
Yeah,
got some
hey
good money.
Wes,
Hmm?
no doubt.
won't you shed some light on that Rutgers program? What should we expect from them?
Ooh, my
I
boy
think
Ace.
I think Rutgers is gonna have a really good season. I think what Rutgers' problem is gonna be is coaching.
Mm.
I,
Ooh.
I like the guy, but I don't think he's ready for what he has. Like I
Mm.
think he's one of those mid-major guys that can handle like midway talent and
The
enjoy
underdogs and all
enjoy
that.
that
Yeah.
success. But you
Yep.
got some real bona fide
The,
dogs on your squad, and you gotta let them go eat. You can't be
yep.
slowing the ball down. You can't be running no weave and all this other foolishness. You gotta let them boys go play. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm afraid of. You gotta let them boys go play. And Rutgers
No,
don't have
that
it.
that's a great point, and I think you're right, Wes. It's going to be interesting to see how Pikel coaches these boys because they are just naturally gifted.
Yeah, you
Um,
can't grind out every possession, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and he no longer needs to.
No.
Now, you know, the thing I'm concerned with, they have a good starting five, but after that, I think they are really weak.
Oh, the
Um,
depth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they don't have the depth, but hey, just let
But
them
you know
go
what?
out there and
Sometimes that's
play
good
and
though,
make
right?
it exciting.
It's good though not to have depth early because when you have a strong starting five, you can develop some other players that can get some quality minutes in some big games, right?
Yeah.
With some good talent on the court, right? So you can always balance the floor at all times. But again, I'm worried about Pikel because I watched like I found a lot about Pikel just by watching how my man that went to UConn transferred and what he looked like in the UConn system versus what he looked
Yes.
like in the Rutgers system, the point guard.
Yes. And he's another one. He was a dog. He was a dog. You
But
know.
they were like I was like he looked like a shell of that at Rutgers in that program. He looked like
Yeah.
he could lose his spot to anybody on the squad at Rutgers. But he went
Yeah.
to UConn and he was a superstar.
Wow.
And the thing with the thing that Pikel has, he legitimately has the number 2 and 3 pick in the NBA draft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So I think that's gonna be their issue. But I expect them to have a good year. And if they don't, man, this will end. Paco doesn't understand how important this is for them to be good because you're not going to get guys, even with a new coach, that's going to trust the system again to come to Rutgers. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mhm.
important that he gets these guys off to a good start and finish too, to be honest with you. But they got to have a
Yeah,
good year.
if he doesn't finish well,
Yeah,
he might be out of there.
yeah, I agree. I
He might be
agree.
out of there.
Well,
Because
with
I
this
mean,
class, when
Yeah.
you have
they they're in the Big Ten now, and you're not going to follow that up with another recruiting class like that.
No,
You
Yeah.
know.
you've got to
It-
have success this year. Like I'm talking Big Ten tournament success.
yep.
Got to get into the NC. You got to get into the NCAA. You can't. You got to win at least. You got to win 2 games in the NCAA with this class,
Yep.
and
Yep.
that gives you momentum. You can't lose in the first round. You can, if you make it through the first game and lose the second game, I think you still get recruits. But if you get that team to the Sweet 16 with these young guys, it's gonna be a pipeline of kids coming to Rutgers.
Right. Right. Kids
Mm.
in Jersey will want to stay home.
Yep.
You know. Yeah. Yeah. This is key. Otherwise, they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be like, "Yo, you've been doing it with bums. Now you get some studs. You couldn't do it. All right, we going in another direction."
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
That's simple. So it's on him, really. Pikel, he's on the hot seat to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, guys, I got to step off. I'm actually late for another Zoom right now, but
Okay. Good
All
seeing
right,
you,
coach.
Coach.
All right, later, coach.
always a pleasure. And Cliff, stay positive, man. The Cowboys gonna make the playoffs, brother. They're gonna make the playoffs.
I ain't say that.
All right,
500
All
all
right,
right,
Coach.
peace.
or 450.
Cliff, I gotta apologize to you, man.
Let's
I
go
kind of left. I
450.
kind of left you by yourself this year, Cliff, on the Cowboy train.
Well,
But I gave you fair warning last year. I told you I was jumping off. I was taking applications all over the country.
yeah. I told you I wasn't jumping off the train. I just had no faith, and
Yeah,
Well,
I can't do it no more. I got 30 years of this.
I told y'all earlier at the top of the season it wasn't gonna look good.
You did, Hop.
Yeah, yeah.
Like every time I see the Cowboy game, I think about the Brady Bunch episode where Mom always said, "Don't play ball in the house." That was Hakim. I already told you.
Mom always said, "Don't play ball in the house."
Don't play ball in the house.
Mom always said, that's a hot episode.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So,
But yeah, I was gonna say before E hopped off that we put an hour in. I know there's something important going down right now. We probably all want to be tuned into.
Yeah, I haven't even been paying attention. Is it
I
underway?
want to. This is a distraction, to be honest with you, because my stomach has been in knots, like just thinking about, like I heard 2 white dudes talking in the office yesterday, and just the conversation, and I was impressed with one because he said once, and both their name was Bob, right? It was so ironic that 2 Bobs was talking, right? So Bob one was like, he's like, so what are you gonna do? What do you think? He was like, I'm not voting for, and he cussed. He was like, I'm not voting for a fucking imbecile. He's a lunatic and an asshole. And and the Bob too was like, yeah, you're right, but I just don't see myself going behind the curtain voting for her. He's like, but why? He's like, it's not even it's no gray area in this thing. Like, he's like, people are complicating this thing. It's no gray area here. And
Yeah.
that's the thing, man. It's scary that people is really about the privilege that they're fighting for, right? They're fighting to keep that privilege,
But the crazy shit is, it's the illusion of losing privilege.
Yeah, it's not gonna even happen.
It's not even losing privilege because this country was built to be racist.
Yeah,
When I say racist, I mean white skin privilege is built into it, and it's not going to go away because there's a black
president.
It's not. That's not going to happen.
No,
right? But it's the illusion. We can't include y'all in nothing.
nothing.
You feel like you guys are catching up. That's what I mean by LBJ. If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than a black man, or if you give him somebody to hate on, he'll let you rob him blind.
Well, let's go to sports in this conversation because it does relate to sports.
Okay.
And I plead with y'all to just listen to what we get told on these TV shows. Like even like a neutral station, NFL Network. I was watching the highlights Sunday because I didn't watch no football Sunday. I just said, let me turn on the net. 7:00 here. I just turned on NFL Network and I listened to Chris Rose talk about each game. Every black quarterback, Chris Rose has something negative to say. In not a nasty way, but it was an undertone, the way he used it. And Drake May, for instance, who said he's not athletic? It was all these, I'm telling you, they all
Who
do
said
it.
he's not athletic?
Like, who said he's not athletic? And Jalen Daniels, he was like, and he didn't run around for 7 seconds with blockers. Like it was like they were throwing shade and still trying to big up somebody else. And I don't get mad at the players no more. The only player I really don't like in terms of all these new white boy quarterbacks, Josh Allen don't get to me no more. Like I kind of, like I said, I got some history on him where I feel a lot better about who he is as a person. Joe Burrow is the one that turns me off because he just looks like a fucking typical white boy. You know, the cockiness and Joe Cool.
You can't judge a book by its cover now.
I know, but like I said, I gotta get some more. Can I get some more color on them? When I get some more color on them, I might change my mind. But it's not their fault, right? It's not their fault. It's how the media wants to portray it. Jameis Winston, he out here trying to pick Cleveland up off the turf, and they want to talk about he just threw his 100th interception. They want to highlight that. So that's what I'm talking about, is the negative press. And we all know Jameis Winston throws interceptions, but the bottom line is that's not what we don't have to. Why do we have to promote that? And then we sit there and we watch it and we start to really realize how it's in the fiber of our skin, the stuff that we're hearing.
Can I give you another comp to that?
I'm sorry, Kyle, one second, just hold on. Especially when I hear other shows, mainstream shows, excuse Josh Allen for throwing interceptions.
He's
a high volume guy. It comes along with the package. It comes along with it.
He put it in the wide receiver's chest. He just dropped it. They tell you right away it wasn't his fault, but it's still a pick, right? So go ahead, Kai.
No, I was just gonna give you a comp, another comparison to that, what you were saying about the media, because it's relevant. So I'm pretty sure. Did you guys see what happened with Jason Kelsey and the fan approaching him with the phone and him throwing the phone? It was some type of altercation. I think it was
he called Jason Kelsey a homophobic slur.
Yeah.
And, Jason Kelsey ignored it or tried to ignore it, but it was like enough is enough. Turned around, grabbed the dude's phone, threw it to the ground, and said, "Now who's the da?"
Right. And I think, although the politically correct thing to say is in that situation is, and not even politically correct, I guess it's true. You don't want to damage other people's property. You don't want to do anything violent to anybody, whatever. Like, I think we would all agree with that. But I think knowing the details and knowing the context, you could kind of say, well, I kind of get where Jason Kelsey is coming from too, even though that doesn't make it right. And then you go to Joel Embiid, and same thing. He put his hands on somebody. He shoved a reporter in the locker room, and you get the context, and it's like the writer, although he didn't say anything totally disrespectful, he talked about his deceased brother and his son in a light that was like antagonizing to Joel Embiid. I don't remember the exact quote, but I believe it was something to the degree of, if you want to make your son proud and make your deceased brother proud, why don't you work harder, or something like that?
Yeah.
So it's nasty, right?
They stoke them.
Yeah, that's the.
And they bait. It's all the bait of Satan, and we get caught up in taking the bait. But But the problem is that when we take the bait, we get ridiculed in a way that no one else does. Everyone else gets the excuse of, well, he had a bad day, or yada yada yada. There's an excuse. And these guys have to understand there is no excuse for them. And when they fall into line with what people have portrayed us to be, it just gets escalated on the national media stage like nobody else. And then we get the black analysts that, if you really want to hear something about sports, you got to turn on podcasts these days. Real talk. If you want to hear the real about what's going on on sports today, ESPN is not and Fox is not the answer. You could turn the volume down and watch the highlights, but if you're listening to any of that stuff that they spewing, it's garbage.
Yeah, or go super local. Listen to the local.
Yeah, you gotta go on a podcast if you really want to hear something about, even basketball. There are people talking about defense in the NBA on podcasts.
Yeah.
People that understand that there's a problem with the fact that we don't play defense anymore. We're out there. So even this platform is just a way to keep sanity, because the main, that's the reason why they turn off the TV for the election, because the mainstream is just going to keep spewing junk that really just keeps you on edge versus getting the real. I just want to know what's what's relevant, like really what's relevant, like in terms of sports. I want to know, like, I want it to be like I played it. That's it. And I ain't played no high level in anything, but I play Monopoly hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just have one way of going about competition, and sports has really changed over the course of the last 25, I would say 20 to 25 years in terms of the competitive aspect of it. And it's all sports. It's not just one league. I think all the leagues have lost a little zest when it comes to how competitive they are. And I think it comes from the likes and the dislikes of social media.
I mean, that's a major key too.
Yes, and to add on to that, it's the nature of the system, right? So we live in a capitalist society where things are commodified at the end of the day, like whether it's sports and entertainment or art and culture, right? It's about taking something, dumbing it down to the basic part so you can sell it to the masses of people.
Yep.
If it's too technical, if it's too elaborate, if it's too creative, it takes more to sell it at the end of the day. You gotta put more effort into selling it. What can we do quick? What can we package? People get it. We want to expand the market. We want all types of people to buy into the brand, to the merchandise, to the whole experience of the NBA, NFL, MLB, whatever it is. How can we make it palatable for the most basic understanding of it? So all types of people can do talk shows and talk about like that they don't actually know. Everybody's got an opinion. So how can we give it to them in a way where everybody feels a part of the experience? And that's like not just sports; it's music too.
Everything.
It's crazy, especially with AI, artificial intelligence, artificial reality. You got headsets now. What do you call it? I got one. Fucking
goggles, virtual reality glasses.
The Oculus. The Oculus.
You can play yourself, and you can really feel like you be thinking you really doing some shit. Nah, it's a game. It's a we have fantasy football. We have everybody can participate. Build it. You could be a GM. You could be now you think you actually know how to run it, and in some circumstances. Jokers could actually run a team.
But fantasy football gave people the impression that superstars need to all be together. If you want to look in the underlining of that, right? It gives the impression that you need to have a bunch of superstars playing with each other versus against each other. Because everyone has a star. Everyone has superstars on their team, right? Fantasy, right?
Yep.
So it's always a fantasy type squad that you're gonna have. But people that play it actually are in sports too, that participate in sports. They play fantasy too. So they feel like, hey, we need to all be on each other's team. We don't need to play against each other. So it's like that in all sports now, though. Like, it's crazy. What did Earl have? I can't see it. My blinds are glad.
He said, facts. I love women and the opportunities, but they have forced them to be the focus when the NBA panels talk about the game too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the commodification of the entity itself is kind of what dumbs it all down, and people who really know what this shit is about and the intricacies, they get turned off. It's not the same thing anymore. It's not the arts of basketball.
They just want the entertainment. Oh, sorry, I gotta run too, guys.
Yeah, no worries. But I appreciate you fellas, man.
Yeah, likewise. Keep distracting yourself, Wes. You'll know soon enough.
Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna find out shortly. I'm gonna eat my dinner and see what there's. I guess I like that. I like that gray-headed dude on CNN. What's his name? The one that does the maps.
I watch MSNBC.
I do. I watch MSNBC all day, but this dude for the maps. You like Kodak? I like him too, but you got to see my man John from CNN just for this, just for the election.
All right.
His name is John something, but yeah, he be breaking it down. I'll be like, okay, but I appreciate you fellas, and hope this ain't the last time we on TV.
Yeah, exactly. You be censored.
It's crazy out there, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect in Project 2025 when it's gonna kick off. So
Yeah, no, we don't even speak that shit to exist. Our jokers don't understand. They don't get it.
nah, they don't.
They don't get it. It's like, nah, you think you're gonna get a pass because you was wearing a MAGA hat? No, nigga, you'll be the first they get.
You saw Le'Veon Bell acting a fool out here.
Oh, come on, bro, stop it. You don't understand, like, bro, they gonna,
You gonna be first on their list.
bro,
Yeah.
the first. I got
Get all them first.
people of all types. I'm not even gonna get specific as to who or what, whatever. But it's like people who are part of specific groups that they have loudly targeted already.
Yeah.
Like they loudly said, "We're not dealing with y'all. We're not dealing with y'all. We're
Yep.
not dealing with y'all." And you one of those groups.
Yep.
You're supporting him.
Yep. It makes no sense, man.
No,
It
and
makes no sense.
one of the groups he targeted. You know how many friends I got that look like them? At the end of the day, all of us look like each other. Yo, excuse me, let me see some ID. Where you from? Oh man, I don't have my wallet on me. Tell that to the judge. And they could rough you up as they do it.
Yep.
As per this dude said, you rough them up a little bit. Oh man.
Yeah. Well, I'll say it's go Cowboys.
Exactly. Hopefully we get one this week.
They're cheating here in Georgia. Judges rule they won't count absentee votes now in public county.
Yeah, I think in Georgia, the deadline was 8:00, I think, to vote today, and they said that they would have their full count in by sometime this evening. Like it'd be the fastest with the new rules in place.
Yeah,
But I'm like,
they gotta have it done by a certain time.
yeah, it was something crazy. But I just the whole thing. My man is telling you. He told Christian people this gonna be or the evangelicals. This gonna be the last year you gotta vote. You don't have to vote no more.
And they don't know what that means.
No, I know what it means. I know what it means.
He's like, this is the last time you'll have to vote.
The people I hate, he hates. He represents my hatred. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. And he's gonna come out and make sure I'm safe from them.
Yep. They don't put no walls around Canada, Germany, Ukraine, Sweden, Russia. There's no immigrant. Why aren't they immigrants? Don't they come here? They come here and get businesses and land.
I mean, man, this dude, fuck, Elon Musk. Do you know that he came in as an immigrant, and for a while was here illegally?
Yeah. Yep.
And he says he talks about it like, yeah, him and his brother.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yo, he was at one point an illegal immigrant living here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you though, the thing that I don't like, I see too many of his daggone electric trucks out here now. All of a sudden, like I said, what they come with? They come with AR-15 weapons because there's a lot of them out here, like little tanks.
Yeah, I know there's a lot out there. I see them around.
I'll be like, man, it's a lot of them out here. So I don't know. I just be paying attention to little things. I'll be trying to say, what does this mean? I went to Walmart the other day just to get something, and I purposely went back to the gun section, empty. So
they're loading up.
Yeah, they loaded up, and
loading up.
He already said it's gonna be violent.
If he loses, it's gonna be violent.
Yep. So,
well, good luck rest of the week, fellas.
It's real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk. I'm trying to get to a breakfast tomorrow and do my thing and get back home as soon as possible, and then stay in the house till Monday, to see how things shake out. So we'll see.
Man.
But good.
Love you. Y'all be
Love y'all
safe.
too, brothers.
All right, y'all. Have
Stay
a
up.
good week. Peace
All
out.
right. All right.